Greetings, bloggers, vloggers, and followers. Today we're having a book review. We're talking about Autism, Gender, and Sexuality by Eva Mendes. And today I read the book. Yesterday I read the book. Just a few days I've been reading it. And I have to say, it opens the eyes of the reader that there is more than the heterosexual relationship of any male or female that is an autistic person. It also shows that there are two rainbows and two coming outs, so to say. There's your ASD coming out, and your LGBTQIA coming out. But we need to look. But the book mostly showed a lot of relationships that are somewhere lesbian and gay, and a good bit of them were lesbian. A lot of them featured females, um, you know, but a lot of them showed a lot of the pan thing, bisexual, pansexual, which was more of like one or multiple partners of different varieties, different gender identities. So there was some trans folks. There were some. It was 19 samplings. There were some trans folks, and there was one ironically who was genderqueer, and I thought that was quite interesting that he was diagnosed and yet he dressed up. He dressed up. He was trans, but he dressed up every day and went to work. Now I have to say, a lot of them did not want surgery. There was one or two that did, but one did do the surgery, and it was mostly okay for her, and she's just struggling a little bit, but and it just shows that different people, we have to look beyond the straight hetero thing because it's a double coming out. Yes, I know, and it's challenging, and it comes with a lot of baggage. But the book is explains, a lot of the terminology, both on the autism side and both on the LGBT side, and it explains things in great detail, of what people think. Some people identify with their own terms, and I know this it brings up a lot of hard feelings, and people don't like to feel that way about people. But it's you got to get with the reality, people. It's 2020. Um, it's sad. I know it's a cruel and changing world, but what these individuals face on a daily basis is just horrible. And it makes them very, it's just hard. But the lucky, these individuals were also from many different cultural backgrounds, and um, learned about many cultures, had family from other countries, just things that all these barriers they had against them. It was rough for them, but they've done it, and I just want to say, if anybody can do it, um, they can do it. And it was just a good read. It was more of a clinical read, but it really explained things in a better way that make you think that there's more than just straight or gay, or straight or lesbian. There's more than the LG. There's the BTQ, and that's what we need to focus on. BTQI and A. There's way more. And I do want to recommend visiting my site. I have a great deal of LGBT resources available. I'm going to be looking to update it soon. If anybody has any, please feel free to send them to me so that I can add them. I am recently getting them, but please think about that. And there's plenty of things, and I just added the gender unicorn so that people who are questioning their gender identity can add, the gender unicorn, and it's a wonderful piece, of showing, where you stand. But don't be afraid of who you are. That's frank and simple. Don't be afraid of who you are. If you are experiencing autism, these feelings are okay. They're natural and they're okay. Um, just do your internet research the best you can. She also stated to make sure that you have, your ground. You have a good footing before coming out to anyone, and I think that was key. I think making sure that you have a good grounding and place to go. should anything backfire. I think that was a good key to it too. It was just a good book, and it was a good read, and I rated it 4 out of 5 on Goodreads, but because it didn't have as much male material as I would have liked to have had, but that's just my personal preference. I would have liked to have seen a little more from a man's side of things, and not so much, of the female side or the other identities that were there. But I would have liked to see more people who identify as male or specifically gay male, but they are less marginalized than say a trans person or a person who is identifies any other identifier, out there. Um, so it's a good read, and I suggest that anybody who is encouraged, or has run into anybody, or anybody in that double umbrella of ASD and LGBTQ, to please read it, and you won't be sorry. It's on Amazon. It's called Gender, Sexuality, and Autism. So I will share the link, and thank you.